Welcome to Clixed Off, brought to you by Lucky Dice Cafe out of Huntsville, Alabama. Check them out at luckydicecafé.com. And now for your hosts, Daniel Powell, Jason Alvey, Alex Coons, and Tyler Speeds.
Hey everybody, welcome to Clixed Off today. This is your host Daniel Powell speaking. Just want to let everybody know Clixed Off is brought to you by TrollandToad.com, the world's largest HeroClix retailer. Find HeroClix new and old on TrollandToad.com and use coupon code CLIXEDOFF for 5% off your HeroClix order. If you like what you're listening to tonight, check us out, patreon.com/ClixedOff. $1 and above gets entered into our monthly giveaways. $5 and above gets entered into our Discord channel for patrons for HeroClix strategy and tactics discussion. Appreciate all of our patron support. The giveaway for September, which I'll be doing the giveaway here in a little bit, is a $50 web credit to Troll and Toad. And then joining me tonight is Jason Needs Mescal Alvey.
I would very much like to have some right now.
So I, in honor of our next guest, I ordered the mezcal that the crew from Mexico brought to Memphis, and I am enjoying some this evening. But our very special guest of honor tonight is the 2022 WizKids World Champion Saul Elizondo. Welcome.
Daniel, thank you so much, Daniel, Jason. I'm so glad to be here. I'm honored to be invited to your podcast. I'm a good, very great fan of you, and I'm enjoying a lot that you're drinking mezcal. That is one of our most iconic alcoholic drinks in Mexico. So I'm very happy.
Yes, thank you. It is an honor to have you here tonight. The first the World Championship was the first one post COVID, post pandemic. So it was a big event, lots of energy going into the room. Not only did you win the event coming out of all of that, you were also the first international champion. So very big win and very momentous win.
I'm so honored to have the pleasure to play with a lot of good players, and I'm very happy to have that experience and having the last game with the best player of the world was so amazing. So I'm very happy to have the honor of being the actual champion, and I'm so happy that the experience and all the people were so nice and so kind to me and all the international community. So we're ready to go next year and bring you uh, more people of our country so they can experience all the exciting and all the good moments with all the people. I think everybody have to have at least one time going to Worlds and have the Graveland experience.
So you were here in 2019. So you got to experience Memphis in 2019. Compared,
Yeah, I remember very well because I think my last round was with you and I lost, so I couldn't get to top. So I remember very well that the level was very high, a lot of very good players, and I think the experience was very interesting for my first going in 2019. Uh, I had a lot of fun, even when I didn't manage to get to top, neither in 3 versus 3, the Team World, or in the main event. But in all the side events, you you have to know that I really enjoy all the games. There was a lot of fun and a lot of cool people. So I really uh, have a pleasure to be there, and I was very excited to come back as soon as possible. When COVID came, I was very sad because we had already planned our vacations. I have everything ready to go, and when COVID came, we knew that maybe it will come at least 1 or 2 years, but 3 years later, we came back, and I was very glad to meet again a lot of people that I have known in the 2019 trip, and everybody was very cool and nice with us. So I was uh, very excited to enjoy all the world experience again.
So, so outside of the, did you get to tour Elvis's house?
Last year, or 2019, I had chance to go to Elvis' house, to go to the museum, make all the experience complete, and it was very nice. I didn't knew that they have a family space for all the uh, pass away people. So they had the tradition to get in their mausoleum. I'm not sure if it's the right word, but they have like a little mausoleum where they uh, have the rest of their loved people. It was very interesting. All the gardens, the space for the horses, the house, and all the stuff. Uh, I had the opportunity in 2018. This time with all the games, I didn't have chance really, but we tried to get experience from the city. So we went to some good places. Like the first one I remember was the Bass Pro Shop. That is a very good very big shop with uh, all uh, the
Out.
main concept was like fishing and all the stuff.
Yes, yes.
Hmm. Yes.
We went to the Peabody Hotel to see the duck shows uh, because my sister-in-law, my my brother's fiance, wanted to go to see the ducks. So we went and we really enjoyed that show, and go to some restaurants. I remember the Rondubon. I think it's one of barbecue. That it was very cool. Went to another restaurants on downtown. Uh, Classic restaurants. Went to some places and walk in the heart of the city, and also have a good experience with all the players and all the people in the hotel.
So, I want to know the barbecue. Um, how did you like? Hold on, let me re-ask. In America, each region is known for a style of barbecue. Memphis has its own style of barbecue.
Mm.
What did you think of the barbecue in Memphis versus the barbecue where you're from?
Okay. My city is very well known. Monterrey, Mexico, is one of the most important cities in terms of not only economical, So they are very important in terms of barbecue and all uh, the process of doing the barbecue with the family and the friends. But in terms of barbecue, like commercial, where you can get in a restaurant, we are very similar to Texas style. So we have that mindset and that style in our lifestyle. When I try the Memphis style, it's very different because I think it's more like baked than like grilled. We use a lot the grill and charcoal and that smoky flavor. And this one was more like mm, like yeah in like mm, more more soft, less intense flavor, but it was very good. I really like the beef instead of the pork. I, I really enjoy the beef that they gave us in Rendezvous. And it was very interesting because they told us that, oh, so sorry, we don't have more brisket for you. But then a Mexican cooker came out and say, "Hey, how you doing? I'm from Mexico." We make a little chit chat and uh, have a little conversation, and he makes some moves and get us at least one order of the barbecue of beef, so we have the chance to try it, and we really like it. I cannot say who, which one is better. It's different, but I'm more used to I think I'm more used to try or to have the Texas style that is uh, more similar to the Mexican style that we had in Monterrey. But I really enjoyed all the food and I really enjoyed the beer. It was good.
Gotcha. So let's talk about let's get into the heart of the discussion tonight. Um, Tell us about what team. Tell us about your team that you won with. What pieces did it include, and why did you include them?
Okay. My team was Scarlet Witch, Matthew Jaspers, Felix Faust, Marbella, and Zakarian Ironman. Also, I included Magic with the Swordbearer trait, and also the Professor X, the uncommon that makes the swap for other pieces. We had a mindset in my team between Richie, Oscar, Abdiel, Chui, all the five. We have the mindset that we need to have the as many options as you need. Like if you were thinking on a sideboard of TCGs, that you can swap something and use some things from your sideline or your sideboard. That was the main focus of the team. In this case, we tried a lot of iterations uh, before getting to this final recipe. So we try like Molecule Man, we try uh, trying to make it team uh, like with Spider-Man and Spider Family team, and we make a lot of iteration and we finish it with this team. Why? Because if you want to make some uh, good good development and good finishing point at the tournament, you have to try at least two primes. The first, because you played Daniel, uh, the the little guy that is called Destroyer. The
Yes.
other one was Majin Jaspers. Unless you were playing a specific gameplay like the scientist that uses wizard, you have to use one of those two brands because they are the best right now in the game. So
Yes.
you have to play it
Definitely.
in that scene. Okay, thinking of that, Matching Jaspers is very strong. Destroyers wins games, but Matching Jaspers gives you options and not risking emotional modifier was the first thought of Richie, my brother, who told us Matching Jasper is broken, is the best piece of the set, so we have to get it and play with him. We probably tried some iterations before Matching Jasper, uh, more or less like the receipt that Isaac played Nationals, that he had used the Scarlet Witch, Sacred Iron Man, some good pieces that I have already used. But we tried with this swap that gave you opportunity to get protected from Thanos, from Alpha Striker, from a team, from X-Men if they play with Jubilee. So you have options, and if you lose, you have a very consistent recipe where you were playing Hope Summer that is a beast, and Venom Mac that is a very good piece, and I really love him because he makes possible the combo of Scarlet Witch. When previous effects of Swords, we tried how to figure out to get with Scarlet Witch to the other side of the map and freezing all the force of the opponent. But we knew that a lot of people were trying some teams that used the many phases of Doom and put the Doom that only give you three actions. So we figured out how to get to the other side with only three actions. And we were thinking and thinking and thinking, and we figured out how to do it when the the map were with when you start at the fourth line, not in the second, you could do that and freeze the opponent force. But we were trying because we want to be prepared for nationals for that specific combo. We knew that Exo Sword will be available for the worlds, but when we had the surprise, then we had to work thinking of that you have to uh, get that kind of troubles when you were playing with that set. So when we made the team, we tried all the iterations. We knew that Thanos will be a problem. So if you don't have access to emotional modifier, you will be dead because Thanos is very aggressive and is one of the most powerful teams. Even with the errata, we knew that he will be a nice pick to have. I have already tried Thanos, and I was playing Thanos since he came out, and I went to Mexican Nationals with Thanos, and I really love Thanos. But in this situation of world, I knew that I have to change the fort that I have to play. Okay, the main point of this team was not only have the options. If you win, you could put the Scarlet Witch on the other side of the map with only two actions with a fix that Oscar made. That fix makes you to get with the Angler and with the Perplex to arrange to Venom Mag and using the Marpella just for the side step to carrying the Venom Mag to put it in a square away. Using all the stuff, you can make it possible with only two actions. So it makes the combo very strong, and you could fully charge and fully load the second armament to make the swing in the second turn. So we tried with a lot of teams, and we figured out that it was very consistent and very strong build. So I decided to practice, and go with that strategy to the worlds.
Yeah,
I have
the Mad Gym plus Angler, I think, is the biggest key. Was the
yeah,
biggest key for the success of the team.
yes, but I think that not only that, the third deck was also very powerful, and I have to say that the MVP wasn't Scarlet Witch. The MVP of my team was Felix Faust. When you hear that name, you have to be scared because
Hmm.
if Whiskey make a Felix Faust, it will be broken, or will be very powerful and have impact on the game. So
I
we knew. Okay,
in all of your games, so we played 6 rounds of Swiss, and then 32, 16, 8, 4, 2, and then 5 rounds top cut. How many of those games did you apply the rune from Scarlet Witch turn 1?
okay, let me think. Even if I lost, I think one, two, three. My first, my first was by because of the points. Second, a round. Third, a round. Fourth, a round. Five, a round. The sixth one, I didn't round you. I'm not sure. Do you remember, Daniel, if I round you
You
on
did.
turn?
You did.
Okay. I think only on my last game I didn't ruin the opponent because with Isaac I had to make some uh, protect area for my team using the rune as defensive and not as offensive. If you enter to my rune, I will attack you, but it will diminish the damage that the pieces will make to my team if I get Alpha Strike with all the team of my opponent. So I think in most of my games I use the combo even if I lost the die roll.
Um, Thinking on each of your rounds, can you give us a highlight of each round from each of your opponents?
Okay, I can give you a very uh, quick version of each one. Um, er- every single player were uh, world's quality. Everybody was very good player, and I really enjoyed all my games. The
Did
first
you
one
uh,
was
did
okay.
you
Okay,
sorry, did you have a buy, or did you play round 1?
no, I had to buy for the rock points and all the event points because I had already
Right. Okay.
won a regional and some events. So I had enough points to get the buy round of the first round. The second one was with monsters with Blackhorn and Sky Tyrant. I won the die roll, so I made the combo. My opponent tried to kill Scarlet Witch, couldn't. Uh, he let expose the Sky Tyrant, and in my second turn, I can get rid of him. And after that, I start to get some advantage, and the Scarlet Witch controlled some of the game. And Felix Faust, when he came to the middle of the map or uh, the area that he affects that affects all the team of my opponent makes some struggle because with the tarot cards he increased the chance of getting the negation of perplex out on prop. so I feel more comfortable getting the Felix Faust as soon as possible near to the opponent area. So uh, when I kill Sky Tyrant, I get more comfortable playing. Then some rounds, time was called and I won. In my third round, I play versus a double Lockjaw animal theme that used, if I remember, triple maggot, double Lockjaw, Spider Ham. The prime was the I don't remember the one that is from
High evolutionary.
High Evolutionary was the animal, the perplex one. So I knew that I wouldn't have any problem uh, with the destroyer, and I had to play very aggressive because he won the map and put a map that is indoor that has, I don't remember the name, had a lot of walls, but I remember that one side was a square that was in the fourth square, and the other side was split into lines separated, and I used it that, okay, you use the separate to split your team, and I use the other one so I can get my team protected with the barrier and with all the stuff that I could use, so he can get as easy with the maggots and all the rush that he has to kill my entire force, because with triple maggot I was very scared of the poisons. But I make the swing with the Scarlet Witch. I froze the opponent and put the Scarlet Witch near to his force so he cannot get at least half of the force out of the zone. And in my second turn I rushed for killing a maggot. He tried to make some hits but couldn't get some points. And in the next round I killed a second maggot. I think we tried some hits, and then time was called, and I made, I think, 80 points. He couldn't make any points. My next was versus scientist, and it was I think it was Daniel Powell, the one with wizard version,
Yeah,
but he
yeah.
won he won the map. He picked the Desert Wedding. It was one of my maps that I had on my options, so I knew the map. Uh, I knew how to play in that map. He equipped all his team and stayed on his starting line. I make the swing with the Scarlet Witch. He was on the side of the blocking that helps the Scarlet Witch to get to the start line of the opponent, or to affect a lot of the force of the opponent. And he used to put very near from each other all his team, so I could freeze a lot of pieces. He tried to move some pieces, make some attack, uh, damage a little the Scarlet, but couldn't kill her. I make the swing the next turn, start to kill some pieces, and taking some advantage from that point. Felix Faust hurts a lot of the out with perplex and profs, so I could make some attacks with Scarlet Witch with the second Airman, and I could kill some pieces and get the advantage in that matchup. The next round was with Thanos and Majin Jasper. Uh, I it was the exactly same build as my teammate Oscar used, so I have some practice with that matchup, and I won the map roll, and in that case I made the Scarlet combo. he didn't crew a lot of gems with the die roll. I think he only gets one or two. Uh, Also, in my second turn, I made a very aggressive swing and hurt a lot of Thanos. I let Thanos almost dying. I'm not sure in the last or one before the last click, and with another rush I could get rid of Thanos, and I was more calm down when I was playing the next turn, because when you kill Thanos in that kind of builds that are very focused on Thanos, you were uh, if he couldn't get so many points before you kill Thanos, most of the games you're winning. My last round was with you, Daniel.
Yes.
So maybe you can make the uh, the
Yes.
narration of
Right.
the game.
Yeah. So I did win map. I don't know about you, but at this point I was tired. Um, but I honestly didn't see the full map Scarlet Witch coming, or I would have barriered. So that was my first mistake of the round. I think we had a very back and forth game. I think our score was fairly close. I don't, if I remember right, I think it was under 100 for both of us.
Yes, it was very near. I think I only could kill the the molecule man. I killed another piece,
Star Sapphire, I think.
Star Sapphire, and I'm not sure if another one Hope Summers, and that's it. No
Yes.
more than that.
Yes, and I
No
and
more
I
than
and
that.
I think I only got your Felix Faust.
You got to
Um,
Felix Faust that my Sakura Ironman killed.
yes, and um, I I knew I didn't have much chance left. When that was in that game, the tarot cards were not in my favor. You had the +1 to super senses showing, and I had the +1 to all single d6 rolls showing.
That
And
was
your team on that turn only had super senses. So
yeah.
you had 3 through 6 super senses. I did not damage your team that turn, and then time was called shortly thereafter.
Yes, I think it was luck. If I have faced against the full, maybe I will have lost, because it's very aggressive team. Uh, and it depends in which of the turns the full is shown on the table. I think
We
it's
didn't get to my fool.
no. If I remember, we didn't get to your full.
Right. Right.
Uh, Also, one point that I have to say is that we were more uh, not only tired, we were more relaxed, because we knew that we already had made top cut, because we
Correct.
were 5-0, so we were playing more comfortable. And okay, I didn't have any kind of stress. I think we wanted to play as more relaxed possible, so get ready for the other day.
Right.
But then
And
they told us that
I needed to see what your team could do. Um I think the better map for me would have been Negative Zone. Um Instead of the Eastview Park that we went to.
Yeah, I'm not sure if both of maps were good because the one that you use didn't have a lot of walls, so I can get advantage of the angler to get to your zone. And the negative zone had a lot of walls, but it has the lines very close, so you have the advantage for the mind control.
Right.
So it would depend on the tarot cards who will get the advantage, and if, if I had to put the Deadpool and you killed it quickly, I will be in trouble if I couldn't have not only the protection of the emotion modifier and Deadpool. You need to have the both to survive at least 2 turns to get prepared to have a swing for Thanos.
Yes. Yes. So we ended our day. No, we played top 32.
We
Um,
also played top 32. That it was we were everybody was very tired, and I was mentally uh, very tired, and I thought that, hey, why do you do, do couldn't you get the other day earlier so we can get some rest and be fresh and focus on the game? No, no, you have to play. So it was more than ability, some kind of resistance and uh, willpower kind of game that if you didn't have the mindset or the
yeah, willpower's
yeah.
willpower's a good way to say that. Yes.
Yes. Definitely needed it then.
Then I faced it with Brad, that is a really nice guy. We were we had a very good experience with Brad because I remember last day when we finished the Team Worlds, we went to the hotel, and this was Brad getting some pizza and telling Oscar and me, "Hey, you want a slice of pizza? Uh, okay, it's fine. We were going to the restaurant, but if you had pizza, we will receive some pizza slice. And you want a drink?" And we say, "Hey, it's like Santa Claus giving us the nicest gift that you can have when you're tired and uh, you want a break. This is like something very good for today." So we make friends with Brad that day, and when I face Brad, I said, "Oh, I don't want to play you in this round," but we tried to make our best. He won the map roll. He put negative sun, but we both were very tired. I tried to make a swing, uh, making an aggressive play, putting the Scarlet Witch on the other side of the map, and if he could kill her, I will be dead in that turn. The only thing that I could made was putting the Scarlet Witch adjacent to Venom Max, so he cannot run as easy uh, as only moving away. That he had to try a breakaway without props. So he tried to move, make some options. He could then kill the Scarlet Witch, let the Sky Tyrant expose. I tried all my efforts to kill Sky Tyrant because I was very afraid of a swing of Sky Tyrant with the Necro Sword. So when I killed him, uh, I was a little bit comfortable, but uh, I knew that Brad is a very good player, so I was a little scared of what and what other plays he could do. We made some rounds, and when I took some advantage in some point, he told me I have no chance to win, and he forfeit. Uh, and I knew that I was in the next day. I really enjoyed that game, but we both were very tired, and it was very hard for both to play that game. It was a little bit complicated, not for the teams. It was because both players were we both were very tired. I think everybody was very tired at that point of the tournament.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, we were.
Yeah. Jason. Jason went to a roll off in his top 32, and I had to face Thanos Doom in top 32.
Oof.
Very
It was complicated.
right. So very hard matchups in top 32 all around after the long day.
Yeah. Yeah. How did you win? Could you please tell us how was your experience, Jason and Daniel?
You go ahead, Jason.
I had to play against the Apocalypse Doom ruler team, and against Adam Friedman. He won map, and we went to negative zone, and it was just another game of me trying to get through his barrier while he sat in the starting area and body blocked with Apocalypse and barriered his team in, and nobody was able to score any points. So played the whole game out, went to a roll off, and then won the roll off 7-6. It was a long, tough game, but I got away, so it went well.
And then my game came down to I KO'd his Doom late in the game. It was 100 to 80.
Very close game.
Yeah, 100 to 80. Sorry, thinking math. Yeah, if I KO'd his Doom very late in the game, and only it came down to Thanos Hope versus Thanos Collector. So Hope was wounded, but survived. A very hard game. It was the hardest game of my day. At that point, given that the Thanos mirror is a very hard matchup.
Thanos mirror is very complicated. It
Yes.
depends on the field, because if you have access to emotional modifier, you will have the advantage. But if nobody has the access to emotional modifier, the one who has more weaker pieces that are able to die soon will be the one that is in the disadvantage. But then comes the point of the roll of the gems.
Yes.
Because if one of the two players rolls only one, and there are only 5, 6, or it's a page of ones, I rolled 6. I have 4 gems.
Yes.
And
Yes.
it's complicated. But I think the first day was very tough for everybody. Then we had at least option to get some rest and be prepared to the next day. But in that point, I knew when they announced the top 16 bracket that I would face one of my most difficult matchups because it was my teammate Oscar Maldonado, one of the most I think that is one of the most or the greatest players in all the world. He's very smart, very tactical, and we had already tried the matchup a lot of times. So we knew it would be luck, and when the fool will be facing on the table, and how many gems does he get. I had the luck that he won the map roll, and uh, his first card was the fool. So I knew that I could be at least at my second turn will be protected by emotional modifier. Also, he couldn't get uh, more than one or two gems in the first 2 or 3 turns. I tried to make a very aggressive play to to get Thanos weak and getting advantage that I wouldn't have to face with the fool. I made that get very hard the Thanos. He could kill my Scarlet Witch in I think third turn, and then Thanos was very hard. And with Saki, I made a charge flurry, and I won the game when I killed the Thanos because he knew that he couldn't make any more points. It was my top 16, and it was very hard because we know each other plays, and it was more game of luck, cards, and die roll. We both made the correct plays.
Yes.
Um,
Oscar's team Oscar's team is the version with Mad Jim Jaspers. It's the version I would have played if I hadn't played Hope.
yeah, I think you have to pick one of those two builds. Both are very strong,
Yes.
but it I think with all other options instead of not counting mirror match, the option of Hope Summer is stronger. But when you are talking about the mirror match, the matching option is stronger because it protects from mind control of the other Thanos.
Yes.
So um,
I
it would be a
I
pick
was
of
I was more worried about Jubilee than the mirror. Hope
well,
Hope allowed 6 damage from Thanos from the enhancement.
yeah,
So you get Collector, Power Gem, and Hope. And that was how I was able to take care of Jubilees.
okay.
So that was the main reason I went with Hope over Mad Jim.
So you could be able to get rid of the Jubilee
Yes.
and okay. No,
But
it would depend on the meta of the tournament. So both options were right,
yes,
but we were stronger against Jubilee, as you said, and the other one was stronger against Mirror Match.
that's right. That's correct. Agreed. Now Collector took a big hit this week.
It was a discussion that I saw a chat in Mexican community, and I know that Collector still is a very, very good piece, but everybody wants to get the most powerful piece uh, in all kind of little gray line that you could reach, but
Yes.
still 25 perplex, 4 clicks, uh, giving you +1 to damage to your Thanos and all your force. Uh, it's very strong.
Um,
Also,
I think what it lets me do now with Thanos is I can play Mad Jim and Hope.
okay.
With no extra damage on the mind control, I think Hope and Mad Jim will be my next try with the team.
No collector.
No collector.
Okay, I will try that build and let you know my impressions when I test play it. But it sounds interesting.
Yeah, I
I
haven't
have
I haven't tried it yet. But I think it might be my next try with Thanos.
I think it will be very strong, but I still have faith on Collector. Not as good as he was, but I think it can have some very good. Uh,
Hey everybody, check out the link to join Auxxit in the bio. Join the HeroClix Cafe. Auxxit hosts HeroClix auctions, along with all kinds of other cool rooms on their platform. Check the link to join Auxxit in the bio. Okay, so we moved on to your top 8 matchup.
okay, this game was against George Mason, a very good player. I know that he had already he had a lot of win and very good accomplishments. Um, I won the die roll, so I put the castle, I make the combo, and fully load the second airman, the standard combo of the team. He made his play to try to kill the Scarlet Witch, but his die roll went less than I think no more than 6, even with props. So he couldn't hurt the Scarlet Witch. Uh, he he used the the ability of Molecule Man to get protected from full swing, but I tried the swing. I had to I had to try a die roll of an 8 with only one prop, and I made the choice that go big or go home. Made the swing, throw the die roll with the page of ones, or I think it was page of ones on the board, so I could have the effect of the roll of my opponent negated with Felix Faust. Make the swings. I had 2 opportunities to make the attacks with Jubilee and with Sakarian Arrowman. So I tried, and I could kill the Sky Tyrant. Then hurt with the Scarlet Witch, the the Molecule Man. No, I killed Molecule Man. Then uh, I move with the Angler to don't get triple attack of the Doom, and I I was with little advantage. George tried some plays but couldn't get rid of the Scarlet Witch, and I was very well positioned and with the Felix Soft uh, getting a lot of pressures for the Perplex out and prop. I I could make the kill of Doom. I think in 1 or 2 turns, and when I get rid of the Sky Tyrant, Molecule Man, Doom, and the Flash, he knew that I couldn't have some way to lose that game. So time time comes and I won that game. George is a very good player, but I had the lack of the tarot cards and the the decision that I made, that go fast or go home with the swing that I needed an 8. It was a very hard roll, only one prof, but I could do it. And with that play, I get the advantage. The top 4 were against a good friend that is here right now. Jason, could you
Yes.
please tell us how was the game?
Well, let's see. That was the only time all day that I had the advantage for map roll, and I still managed to lose map roll. I won, so I only won map once all day, so I lost map roll to you. I had not seen the play with the angler. I hadn't seen anybody do it before, but I knew it was coming. And then so you ruined me on turn 1, and then I flipped my precision strike card, and I just thought to myself, I have to try and damage Scarlet Witch as much as I can right now, because I thought if I didn't kill Scarlet Witch, I couldn't win that game, and I didn't. I mean, I only hit you once. I think I hit you once on the first turn, and then you were able to roll out on turn 2, I believe, on my other attacks, if I remember correctly.
If I remember, I make the swing. You try to kill or at least hurt the Scarlet Witch.
Yeah, I wanted to knock her through the stop click. Was with my intention, but
Yeah.
I think I hit her once, I believe. Yeah.
No, you didn't hurt her, and I make the swing. Two epoch were affected by the rune. The one on your right side was the one that I go for first with the Jubilee and Felix Faust.
Yeah,
Made
and you
5
rolled.
damage.
Yeah, you rolled a critical hit, I think, right?
Yeah. Also got critical hit, so I split damage with the both epoch. Go for Sakarian Ironman and kill the first epoch.
Yep.
Then I remember that I tried to make some play to get with the Matthew Jasper, but I couldn't do that because I had already used 3 actions, so I
Yeah.
need to make another different action and put Matthew Jasper near from the. No, I remember the tarot card helped me because I move only Matthew Jasper. Uh, I use the tarot card that makes a character with plasticity. I think it's 7 of Pentacles that move
Yes.
half speed. I move
Yeah.
with Magnet, with Venom Mag, Marbella, Magic Jaspers, and the Venom Mag. I get
Yes.
near to the Scarlet Witch, put the Scarlet Witch on the tower.
On the elevated,
Still,
yeah.
yeah, still getting near from the area of the room,
The rune.
so it won't disappear. Also use the free barrier of the Magic Jasper, the Perplex. Switch the angler for the Darkhold. Put Perplex to her defense and also prop. And with prepared, you made in the next turn. You need to hit a barrier to get to the Scarlet Witch. Move the back of the outwit. Try to use outwit, but
Yep, couldn't.
you couldn't. Then make double hypersonic. I think only one of the attacks get hit. I'm not sure if only one, but she didn't get to the stop. And Then in my next turn, I I make a play where I put the Scarlet Witch to affect the two Apocalypse.
Mm-hmm.
Made a swing with Jubilee, charge Flurry with the
Iron Man.
second Iron, charging the Felix Faust. I think
Yep.
I uh, get a little time away with that because it was a complicated uh, play, but the rolls were good for me, and
Yeah.
the second and third Apocalypse were off in I don't know if the fourth turn. I'm not sure. But it was something like that. If I don't remember well, please correct me, Jason.
No, I think you. That's pretty well what happened, if I remember correctly. Yeah. I think you're right.
It was a game that a matchup that I haven't played. I knew that Jason didn't get any points earlier, so I was a little bit scared of Jason. But I was with a mindset that okay, we're here, so make our good efforts and enjoy the game. And you were so nice, and I think we had a very relaxed game.
Yeah.
So I enjoyed a lot of the joke that you made. That I remember that no, use the puck if you want and let the Apoc live.
Yeah.
No, I think the Apoc have to die. No, no problem with that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think it's one of the best points of the game that you have uh, fun when you're playing. The
Yeah.
is very sportsmanships and fair play and all that stuff, and that kind of jokes makes you more comfortable when you're a little bit stressed, and it's
Yeah.
part of the nicest thing of this community in the game. So thank you so much, Jason. I really enjoyed that game.
Oh yeah, I did too. I mean, that's the point, is to have fun. I probably talk too much when I'm playing most of the time, but I feel like it makes me more comfortable just to talk a little bit with my opponent. So I enjoy the social interaction between people. Yeah.
I really enjoy that also too. So I feel a little bit nervous or uncomfortable when
Hmm.
the other guy is like with a face of grumpy guy, like I'm
Hmm.
not comfortable. No, we're playing, we're competing. No, we're having fun. If
Yeah.
you play
Exactly.
make your best, it's fine. We're having
Yeah.
fun. If I want you, it's fine. But the best thing of this is okay, try to make your best efforts and let the dice tell the other stuff. You have
Exactly.
to play, and this is a game of strategy, luck, and positioning. So if you can correct your positioning and you haven't rolled yet, do it. I don't have any problem. It doesn't affect the game. I prefer to play with you, with your best version of you,
Hmm.
not when you make a misplay and I take advantage of that. So I think we play very for play, very relaxed and funny game. So thank you so much
Yeah.
for the game, Jason.
Yeah. Thank you. I enjoyed it.
And coming for the last game, it was a very intense game. I made uh, invitation to everybody to see the recording that Dial Edge made, so everybody can see the full game. I lost the die roll. Isaac had a very aggressive team. I know that he's the best. He's the best player right now. So I was a little bit scared of playing with him, but at the same time, I was very excited to playing against the best. So I I think that I have to enjoy this. I have to do my best and try to uh, to have fun and not get stressed and be making bad plays. So I was very focused on the game. Didn't realize all the people, only Isaac and me. Isaac is a very nice guy, very kind person. So I felt more comfortable when we made some. Oh, I forget that. Could I get the two bearer of the Majin? No problem. And when he told me, oh no, I will change the powers. No problem, you can do that. Oh, I forgot to put the Deadpool. Go ahead, no problem, because we were very comfortable and man, we were at final, so we had to play uh, as as fair play as possible. So I feel more relaxed when the game started to come that way. Isaac was very aggressive, putting all the team on my side of the board and starting kicking out my Jubilee and Venom Mag. So I had to let the Scarlet Witch protect my starting zone with the rune, so I couldn't get much damage from the poison box of the Venomax. And the the double outwit to the Venom Wolverine let me hurt her a lot, so I could get rid of her. And I think the MVP on that game also were Felix Faust, because he tried a lot of time to kill him, and the super sense with Page of Wands, Ace of Cups make him evade the attacks, so I could get the advantage of that. And it was, I think, part of luck. This game had a lot of luck in the process of winning or losing. So I I played a couple of turns, then time was called, and I didn't realize that I had won until Isaac told me that you get it, babe. You get it, man. Good game. Uh, I was very grateful with him because I had a very intense, uh, very fair play game with the greatest player all time right now, and it was, uh, I think it was awesome. I was focused on, okay, what is coming next? What is coming next? What is coming next? And not that we were on the final of the World Championship. I
Right.
didn't realize until it was finished. He, he's a very good player, uh, the greatest player right now, and I say a shout out to him because I really want to play one more time, more or more times with him, because it was a very good experience for me.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Well, that was a very good run. Obviously, with a really great outcome. Um, we have some we have some questions from our listeners to round out the episode here.
Well, Daniel Jason, you can tell me the question that the audience told you, and we will try to answer to them.
Yes. So Alejandro asks, what did you see as a big difference between the Mexican community and the USA community?
I think both communities are very good, but uh, more than the sportsmanship and the fair play that is uh, very well marked in America, in the United States. The other thing is the thing and the experience that having uh, all the fun and all the friends in the hotel and in the all the other places that you uh, touch with all the people, because the I think my best experience was with Brad the Friday when we get 17 on the team worlds. Oscar and I were on the side events, and we were coming back, as I uh, told you a couple of weeks ago, and there was a little guy, a little big guy that told us, "Hey, you want to slice of pizza? Hey, you want a drink?" And we make a lot of fun and start to get a lot of jokes. Then the experience to get with the people of Dial H that make a lot of dynamics and giving you the 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 secret cards of the of the legacy cards, and making you some questions, and all the dynamics, and all the people having fun. And I think that is the main difference, that the experience of the event is more like a fellowship, like a community, like a lot of people having fun and not worrying so much on the event. We know that we are going to compete, and everybody wants to get the first place, but no matter what, the most important thing is having fun. And I think is one thing that everybody has to get in their minds, that is not only competing, is just having a great time, making new friends, going to new restaurants and new experiences, and having a good drink and uh, good chat with all the people. And I think that's the main point of this, the having new friends and making a good community.
Yes, yes.
Fully agree with that.
Yeah, agreed, 100%. I'm going to combine Pancho and John's question. Um, how long have you played HeroClix? Um, how long have you played HeroClix? What and yeah, go ahead.
Okay, my first approach to HeroClix were like, I think, 15 years ago, when all the Kingdom Comes big pieces, and the guys used the Destiny Con artist and little pieces of support for getting big pieces to the map, and the additional team abilities. You put the fortitude on another piece that didn't have the, the willpower, or the super strength, or whatever. But I haven't played in that time. Only watch it and say, hey, it's funny. I think it's interesting. But I was playing TCG games on that time of my life. I played Yu-Gi-Oh! So okay, it's fine. It's interesting, but I'm only focused on one game. Then passed like 5 years, and like more or less 10 years ago, I tried to play a little bit uh, when it was Metron, the super rare Metron. Uh, we play with my brother and a friend, and make some basic plays, like only fun play. Didn't get very competitive. See as another option to having fun when you play Monopoly, or you play another board game just for having fun. But it was okay. It was interesting. It was fun. But I have in that time I have a couple of pieces, maybe five or six. It was my second approach to the game. Then it passes at least 4 more years before I start to get to competitive scene. When I came back from Mexico City and Toluca, that is very near from Mexico City, uh, I came back to Monterrey, my natal town, my hometown, uh, and my brother was starting to play HeroClix, so I was playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And okay, I will try also HeroClix, but my brother is competitive, so he pushed me to make competitive also on HeroClix. I play when the the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the one with the rank that gets +2 to all his values, and you use it with Justin Baxter, uh, that you make the swing all the map and make a lot of struggle in one glass cannon with that guy. I got my
Crank,
rank.
Krang,
Yeah,
Krang, yeah.
rank. I play in that. It was my first approach to competitive game. I practiced like 2 or 3 months and played a local tournament that was regional here in Monterrey. I made top four, so I was very happy and get my admin with the pimped pocket tank, and I was very excited that it was my first approach to the game. I think it was the first time that I feel that hey, I'm enjoying this like as a competitive scene, and I can get more things like okay, let's go to nationals. Okay, let's go to try more stuff and keep competing to get uh, better and get better results, and let's go to visit more places and know more people. Then I had a little break of 1 year because I have a job change and I have to move back to Mexico City. And the community in the city that it was like an hour ago, an hour from Mexico City, uh, it wasn't very big, so I couldn't train a lot and have so much practice. So I was only from videos and from talking with my brother and the friends that give me advice. So I only went to a regional and made top cut to top eight. And that was it when in that season. Uh, then I come back to Monterrey like 4 years ago, and I got retired from Yu-Gi-Oh! Uh, get more focus on HeroClix, and then start practicing with my brother, with my team, uh, with Oscar, and we start to get more level of competition and more uh, position in metagaming, meta play, metacall, and we practice a lot, play a lot of times a week. I say a lot, but it was like 2 or 3 times a week. But when you are like 30 or older, you know that 2 or 3 are a lot of times a week. So
Yes, yes.
uh, we play a lot of times and then start practicing. I went before COVID to a regional to Guadalajara, that is a big city here in Mexico. I won the regional, and I was very excited because I was prepared for going to Worlds again. Ah, at the time I had already went to Worlds, just having fun and saying, okay, let's have our try in 2019, and let's see what everybody's playing, how is the meta in the world, so we can get better, improve our game, and having fun. So we made a travel. I played that time uh, a glass cannon of Ultra. I like really the guys that make the the scene and are not too much the I will make my game very defensive. No, no, I want to throw the dice and uh, want you to hit me and I want to hit you and make all the emotions on the board. So when it's very strategic, I think it's a little bit boring, but it's part of the game. It's part of the
Right.
game style. And getting back to the point that I already went to one world, and I tried to play more competitive. Uh, at that point, it was like 4 years ago. Then COVID came. Uh, we still kept playing. The community shrank, but the team that were Abdiel, Chuy, my brother, Richie, Oscar, and me, still we were still getting uh, practice, uh, figuring out what happening on the meta on US, uh, still buying the pieces and still practicing. And Oscar was playing on Roll 20. He made top cut and made top four on the nationals of US, and we were very excited and get more fuel to have the intention to keep playing. So we will still get playing the game. And when COVID came a little bit down, uh, we knew that the world were coming. We were very excited and uh, put more efforts to practice and practice and practice, and then uh, getting to the worlds. So it was a little bit of my history of playing uh, HeroClix, but I think competitively I have been like on a high level like 4 years, playing middle game like 6 years, and after before that I think like knowing the game just like uh, a casual guy or only seeing the game like 15 games. So I have very long time with HeroClix.
Right. So what aspect, what drew you to the game? Are you a comic book fan, or were you more drawn to the gameplay aspect?
I think both. I really like the experience of having fun with the people uh, head to head. That's because I really enjoy having the interaction with the other guys. As Jason said, that I want to chat with the other guy, I want to talk, to have a nice conversation and enjoy the game. But also, I really like comics, so I'm not as a big follower that, oh, here is the 75 and then it's 76. No, I read the story on YouTube or maybe on digital comics, and when the story is complete, I read it, and oh, I really like House of M, the that Scarlet Witch No More Mutants, or when uh, Rick Richards gets the bad version of him, or when God Dooms uh, gets rid of Thanos with only one movement. All that, all that stuff is very exciting for me. I also read manga and see anime and see all the movies of the MCU and the movies of DC universe on the streaming platforms, and I'm like a little like a little guy, like a kid in the body of a 35 year old guy. So I enjoy all the superheroes and all that experience, and it's very exciting to see the that Wolverine could kill Thanos. So I have a lot of fun with all that stuff. So I get more uh, affinity with the game and starting loving it as much as I have the company of my friends and all the people, and uh, flying to other cities and all that experience. And it was very good moment that I can remember, and I think is the most important things of your life, enjoying the little moments.
So I think one last question comes from Peter. Um, what has been your favorite game mechanic? So that would be like, um, battlefield conditions, ATAs, special objects, ID cards, Clixed FX bases, the extra stuff.
I can tell you that I really love the tarot card mechanic.
Okay.
I think give a little of spice, a little twist of the game that makes the odds of probability different than you were calculating before the tarot card is shown. It's a little unpredictable. Maybe you have the meta goal that, oh, okay, that guy is playing Thanos, so he probably will use the full. The card that when makes mind control will make the damage, and you can make your odds or your projection of what could everybody have. But maybe that card doesn't come up, and it changed the whole environment. And also when the I I remember some funny joke because uh, one funny fact that we lived because the Queen of Cups was my first option because my teammate Oscar told us that is one of the best cups option, and I tried and I tried and I really like it, but when it was on the game test, I figured out that every game I lost was because Queen of Cups appeared and my Queen of Cups made me lose. So, okay, that card makes me lose. I will change that card, and I thought that okay, that card is not as impactful as I thought in the first place. But when I saw that card making me lose, I make the switch for Ace of Cups, and hey, I'm winning. So one card could affect the whole environment of the game and the development of the game in each game. So if you get some kind of stuff that could affect you or make some benefits to you and take advantage or disadvantage because it was better for the opponent, it makes the game more interesting, more complicated. Yes, I know that it's more complicated, but it makes some twists that make it uh, nicer and more interesting and more uh, unpredictable. So I really love that mechanic. Also, I really like the objects that were some points that gives you okay, you need to have some prep time in order to get your character more more efficient in in terms of getting the power you need to get. And I really like when the exospecs came out that gives you pulse wave or sidestep or running shot or that gives you option with uh, not many points to get to a lot of stuff like picking a power like Jakim Thunder made previously. So I would like that two mechanics, objects and tarot cards. But hey, ID cards were nice and all the mechanics are interesting. Also, you have to to get the sideline active like uh, the trouble alerts and troublemakers. They were very funny. I really loved the Gorilla Rod and Brainiac. and also when you make a critical miss to get Black Vulcan or getting Firestorm were very nice. There was things that I really enjoyed, and I think that is part of the game, getting the evolution and having options and making some modifications that makes the game uh, to be fresh and be different and get interest for new players and get options to learn new things for the vintage players. So I think you have to follow and enjoy all the mechanics. I think it's my final thought about this.
Gotcha. Thank you. Jason, did you have any questions for Saul?
I don't think so. Um, I appreciate him introducing me to the mezcal though at the hotel.
Hey,
That
whenever you come to Mexico, I will give you more options of mezcal, and we have to see each other. So let me know if you're going to a big event, and I will give you some uh, sal de gusano. I know how the Daniel told me how it's known in America, the powder, the worm, worm powder or something like that. That I have to give you some to try with the mezcal and the orange. So have the full experience of mezcal in in your home.
Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
So, so we do what's called final thoughts to lead out the episode. So what would be your final thoughts of the episode for our listeners?
My final thoughts are that everybody has to enjoy the game. If you have the opportunity to travel to worlds, regionals, try it. Try to compete. Try to enjoy a full range of the game. Uh, Try to make community if it is a very small community on your city or your hometown. Try to uh, teach the people how to play, to get in love with this game, to enjoy and make more community of this game. I think is the main point of this, that we need to increase the number of players so we get a more uh, big fellowship community of all players, comic book fans and geek fans that could interact and know each other and have very fun and intense games, and that they could make a lot of friends by taking the chance of getting deeper to the game, to taking the opportunity to meet new people at the big events. And that's my personal opinion, that everybody has the um, I don't know how do you say, when the responsibility to not only enjoy, you have to share and to teach all the people that you could how to play, to enjoy, and to love this game. This is my final thought, and is more important, the opportunity to have good moments with the people, to know more people, make new friends, is the main point of playing all kind of games.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. Jason, final thoughts tonight?
I'll second what Saul just said. If you get the chance to go to Worlds or any big event like that, definitely do it. It's a good place to get out and meet people and make friends. And Saul, congratulations on your win. It was fantastic meeting you and playing with you. I really enjoyed it. You did a fantastic job, sir.
Yep.
So congratulations.
Yep, I concur. Jason and Saul have said it very well, and looking forward to that next big event that we all get to go to, and looking forward to hearing the announcements for 2023 Worlds in Memphis, and great. This has been a great episode to wrap up our Worlds coverage. And start looking more towards the future of HeroClix, and couldn't think of a better guest to have on. And congratulations again, Saul. And thanks everybody for listening to Clixed Off today, and we'll talk to y'all next time.
Later.